Have you had some relationships that do not seem to be yielding any fruits? Do you have relationships where you keep giving and giving and giving and they keep taking and taking and taking? Well, today we would have to be reassessing those relationships, and that is what I'm talking about today.
Inspira Central. Inspira Central. Inspira Central. Inspira Central.
Hello, fellow Inspirers. Welcome to Inspira Central. My name is Monica and I'm the Chief Inspirer herself. It is so good of you to join me. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'll be talking about reassessing your relationships. Have you had some relationships that do not seem to be yielding any fruits? Do you have relationships where you keep giving and giving and giving and they keep taking and taking and taking? Well, today we would have to be reassessing those relationships, and that is what I'm talking about today. Some relationships have this way of making you just give and give and give until you have no more to give. You have some friends who are so demanding and never feel the need to reciprocate. They never feel the need to give back. They never feel like they have to return what you have given. They never feel like they have to love you back or share with you or be there for you. They want you to be there for them during difficult times. They want you to help them when they need your help. They want you to attend their events and show up for them. They want you to carry the load of the relationship. But when you look at it, they are bringing nothing to the table. Sometimes such relationships can go on for a long time and you don't quite notice, especially if you're somebody with a big heart, if you're somebody who is loving, if you're somebody who is kind, if you're somebody who naturally gives and you keep giving. Sometimes you do not realize that you're giving so much and getting nothing in return. Now, when you find out that you have such a relationship, what do? Do you get upset and meet your friend? Do you accost your friend and say, why is it that you've never been there for me? Well, I don't know. I would not recommend that, because I have a feeling that if your friend has gone on for so long without giving, that is how that person is wired. There are many people who are wired to be takers. There are many people who are programmed to be takers. They never give. No matter what the relationship is, whether it's a romantic relationship, whether it's a platonic relationship, whether it is a familial, that is family related relationship, they just don't give. It's not who they are. It's not what they do. Now, if you have a friend for 10 years and this friend has never given, what do? I had one of such relationships in the past. A very close friend, a lady. And that relationship lasted for almost 20 years. Almost 20 years. I kept giving and giving and giving. Now, one thing was, I didn't quite notice. When I say I didn't notice, I did notice I was giving, but I wasn't giving on a daily basis. So it didn't seem like I was giving too much. It was like she would come out of the blues and say, give me this, give me time, give me attention, give me affection. And I would give. And then all of a sudden, she would disappear again. For a long time, she will not communicate with me until she wants something from me. So I noticed the pattern after a while. And I just felt, is it that this person does not understand what she's doing? I think I found a way to explain it away. I explained it away for her. I just felt, okay, let me just make sense of this. I made sense of it in my mind. But all of a sudden, not too long ago, I just looked back at it and I found out that this person had not given me anything for close to 20 years. I mean, not once. She didn't show up for me. She didn't support my business. She did not support anything that I did. She did not give me her time, her attention, her guidance when I needed it. She was never there for me. Even things that did not cost her anything, she didn't give me. Instead, I was spending so much energy, so much time, so much affection on this one-sided, because now I could see it was one-sided. I was spending so much on that one-sided relationship, and I felt enough was enough. I felt enough was enough. I did not accost her. We did not have a quarrel. I simply cut her off. So that's what I do. I don't know what you're going to do, because if you accost someone, I believe that if you accost someone, you want the person to change. I did not care about my friend changing, because 20 years, or almost 20 years, is a long time. That was who she was. I had now come to understand that this was who this lady was. This was who she was. And so I couldn't change her. You can't change anybody's behavior. So if you're telling somebody this is what you're doing, you're not there for me, you are accosting them, you're confronting them, and they decide to change, that is all well and good. You just watch and see if they will change. But I already knew this lady like the back of my hands, because I had given her almost 20 years of undiluted friendship, of companionship. I had given her affection like a sister, like a friend. But she never reciprocated. So 20 years, or almost 20 years, was enough for me to read her like a book. And I said, this is who she is. There's no need. There is no need. And so I stopped investing in that relationship. Are you investing in that kind of relationship where you keep giving and you're feeling exhausted? And you're like, when is she going to show up for me? When is he going to reciprocate? When am I going to feel the love? When am I going to receive? Maybe it's time for you to start reassessing the relationship. Do you still want to go on with the relationship? Because if you do, then ask the question. Find a way to say, do you see what you're doing? Do you see how this is going? Do you see the pattern? Do you see that I'm giving so much? For instance, I did this and I did that. Now, please be specific. Don't go on saying I'm giving so much. Say how you give. For instance, I drove you to the airport. The other day, I called you to please come and pick me up from the airport. You said no. And every time I've called you to come pick me up from the airport, you are never there for me. I have to take a taxi. That's an example. So give specific details. Don't generalize and say, I'm always there for you. No, how are you always there for them? How are you always available for them? Be specific. So have the conversation and hear what the friend says. If the friend is apologetic, then you say, okay, now, I can't keep giving and giving and giving. I'm getting depleted. I want something in return. I want to feel that this is not a one-sided relationship. I want to get love in return because I'm giving so much. I'm giving my time, I'm giving my money, I'm giving my affection, I'm giving my attention. So I want something back. If you want this relationship, if you want this friendship to continue, you have to give me something back. And then if the person promises to do better, give him or her time. Watch the friend and see how it goes. But if you know that this is somebody that is in denial, or somebody that does not even care, or somebody that feels that you are born to serve him or her because, there are people like that. There's some people that just feel like, I am just here to be served. I'm a queen. Speaking of I'm a queen, I have a video on entitlement mentality. Entitlement mentality is such a horrible thing. I will put the link of that video in the description of this video. So you go and watch that thing on entitlement. Watch that video on entitlement and you will see the downsides, the negative sides of feeling entitled and how it destroys relationships. So some people are entitled. They just feel like they are meant to be served. They are meant to receive. They are meant to keep taking. They feel like that. They just feel that is how it has been working for them. And so they should keep taking. And so when you have a friend like that, do you think that having a conversation is going to work? I don't think it will. It will not work. Because that is the mindset. That is the mindset. Take, grab. Never give back. They are like a reservoir. They keep taking. A warehouse. They just keep taking. So if you have such a friend, you just know, okay, this one is done. The history is done. Forget about the time invested. Let's call it time wasted. And let's move on. Let's stop wasting more time. Stop this sunk cost fallacy. Forget about it. You've wasted time. You've wasted energy. Okay, let it go. Enough is enough. Just say, pack your boots, go. Forget about this person. It's not going to work. So you just cut the person off. There is no need for a conversation. There is no need for a confrontation because this person will not change. So it depends on what kind of friend you have. If you have the friend who is in denial or the friend who doesn't care, there is no need for a conversation. But if you have a friend who cares but doesn't realize that they are hurting you or they are taking so much and they are never giving back, then you can have a conversation, because that is a friend that wants to change. That is a friend that wants to do better. That is a friend that cares about your feelings. So you can start reassessing your relationships today to make sure that you are actually getting the very best. To make sure that it's not a lopsided relationship where you're giving so much and getting nothing in return. So you don't start feeling used, because it can be very saddening. It can be very depressing to know that you're giving so much love, so much attention, and nothing is returning to you. You're getting nothing back in return. It's not a fair deal. So in order for you to love yourself more, you can start trimming the fats, letting people go, so that you can love yourself more. Don't stay in a place where you're being disrespected continually, because some people play these games. They know exactly what they are doing. Like people with entitlement mentality, they know what they are doing. Some of these people know what they are doing, and they are trying to see if you will ever catch up, if you will ever notice what they are doing. They just want to do it and win the game. For them, it is a game. But these are your feelings, these are your emotions, this is your time. This is your energy that you're putting into this friendship. So if it is not working, trim the fat, let them go. But if they are those kind of people that are open to change, that are willing to learn, willing to improve, willing to change, then of course, have the conversation with them. Have the conversation and nurture that relationship, and make your friend become a better friend for you, so that just as you are giving, you are also receiving. I hope this video has inspired you to reassess your relationships, so that you get the very best out of every friendship and every relationship, so that you are not just giving without receiving. If this message has inspired you to reassess your relationships today, please drop a comment below. Tell me how this video has helped you build better, healthier relationships. Also, if you enjoyed watching this video and you'd like to see more of such videos on relationships, on inspiration, motivation, growth, self-development, education for teenagers, advice for youth, and every other thing that will help you become a well-rounded, better individual, please subscribe to this channel. Simply click the subscribe button and get subscribed to this channel today. It is completely free of charge. Also, do not forget to click the notification button so you'll be notified as soon as I update. Please like this video, give this video a thumbs up if it helps you reassess your relationships to get the very best out of your friendships. Also, please share this video with family, friends, and all those who need to start reassessing their relationships and friendships, so that it will guide them on how to start making stronger, healthier, and better relationships. Don't forget to be an inspiration. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Please subscribe, click the notification button, like this channel, share our videos, and follow us on social media. Thank you very much.
Inspira Central. Inspira Central.